You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we want to talk about Harris Michaels, and we are wondering if he is about to be the new big bad villain on Days. Right now, it doesn't seem like that at all, but something is about to happen to him that I think could legitimately see them completely changing the trajectory for the character that Steve Burton is playing right now, and that he's going to be playing for the better part of a year based on the contract he signed. We're going to dig into this, and I'm going to tell you why I think that he might turn out to be a villain, even though he legitimately is not a villain right now as we're making this video. So if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives updates, spoilers, and news. All right. So right now, Dr. Rolf just came into town. Remember, he caught a ride on a submarine, and he showed up at the dock. You know, submarines just glide right in there. And Li Shin came to meet him because he's supposed to be getting Rolf set up in this super duper lab as Megan Hathaway has ordered so that Rolf can re-brainwash Harris Michaels, who's the rough and tumble Navy SEAL who for years was Megan's pet killer. So unfortunately for Harris, he alerted Megan to the fact that he is coming for her. It looked like he was actually about to take her that day, but then they were interrupted and he couldn't do it because he discussed that with Kate Roberts, who was upset that he hadn't already grabbed her. So what's bad about that is now Megan knows to be watching out for Harris, that he is indeed coming for her. Meanwhile, Lee is getting this fancy schmancy top-notch lab set up for Dr. Rolf so that he can do his evil brainwashing business on Harris Michaels. So this week, later in the week that we're taping this, Li Shin gets the jump on Harris when Harris crashes Gabby and Stefan's engagement party that Megan is throwing. And Harris is going to wake up strapped to Dr. Rolf's table. These are official Days of Our Lives spoilers. This is not conjecture. All right, so also official spoiler is Megan Hathaway is gone as of July 6th. That is her last air date for now, and that comes direct from actress Miranda Wilson, who plays the role. So with Rolf doing this brainwashing as they've planned, and with Megan leaving town, what we're wondering is if Harris is going to be tasked with taking over her evil plans. You might remember she said she wanted him to rule her army. So is that what he's going to do? Is Rolf going to give him his marching orders and he'll just carry on even if Megan isn't in town? And we're also wondering if Rolf is successful at this brainwashing, would that make it so Harris could get away with a lot more? Because right now, there's a fair amount of people in Salem that trust him because they were told the ISA deprogrammed him and they've seen him doing good things since then. So every day he's building up more trust. And if Rolf does a really good job with this mind control, then Harris might still be able to pretend that he's the same old Harris who's looking for redemption versus brainwashed, villainous Harris who is doing Megan's bidding. Wouldn't that be interesting? So Burton signed a 1-year deal, and that was, I don't know, like 2-3 months ago. So we've got 9-10 more months of him, maybe more if they renew his contract. But I'm wondering if they are going to have Steve Burton's character just wreak havoc. That would be a big kind of innovative acting experience for Steve Burton. I don't know if you've watched him on other shows, but on General Hospital, he plays hitman with a heart of gold, Jason Morgan, who even when he does bad things, he's still very heroic. He's an anti-hero. And when he was on Young and the Restless, he played Dylan McAvoy, who was a soldier and a hero and a cop. Definitely nothing like programmed robo-killer Harris Michaels. So playing a straight-up villain would be a real departure for Steve Burton, but I think it'd be fun, and I think he's certainly up to the task. And as a matter of fact, most actors say that that they prefer villainous roles, these evil roles, because they're just fun to play and you can chew the scenery and you can really emote and just relish in it more than you can when you're the straight man, right? But we will have to say, as exciting as the idea is of Harris being a villain, there is a chance that Rolf doesn't get the chance to do his mad science on Harris. Maybe Harris breaks out of those strap down ties, whatever they call them, and fights his way out. I mean, if Harris is loose, Dr. Rolf doesn't stand a chance. Harris could pick him up and throw him across the room. And he could probably do the same to Li Shin. But it would be more fun if he didn't escape and if Rolf did get to use the brainwashing on him, right? Because we have 3 big ideas of how we think they could proceed with this if they go this route with Steve Burton's character, Harris Michaels. We're going to talk about those in 1 second, but if you haven't already, please reach down and click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives videos. All right, so our number 1 thing that could be really wicked fun if Harris went totally dark and was doing Megan's programming that Rolf puts in his head is Harris and Kristen could get married and carry on with Megan's world domination plans as a wicked super couple. Number 2, Rolf could do something a little extra and brainwash Harris into thinking he's Stefano. Do you remember when Rolf did that to Steve Johnson a while back? Megan might really like that because she's got deep-seated daddy issues, and I'm certain that she's going to be back at some point, even though she's leaving in a little over a week. And the third thing that we could see is that Harris could absolutely destroy Damara's enemies, and they would never see him coming if he can pull off the same, nice guy act. I think it would be super cool. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.